Salutations, Internet. This is Frosty the Dragon here with more Terminal Velocity. So, where are we now? Proxima 7. Proxima Centauri first orbit, 4.2 light-years from Earth. Frosty, we found it! The Xenocytic Initiative has taken over Proxima 7, the 7th moon of Proxima. It is totally gone, engulfed by a huge supercomputer. We believe they are actually worshipping this computer known as XI. Destroy it, or we're all dead. I like mission briefings like this. Nice and simple. So we've got tracking towers, as far as intelligence can tell. Heavily armed drone transport ships. And relay towers we need to destroy. And that's about all the intel we get. This part is what I feel like Terminal Velocity was supposed to be all about. Flimsy story. Just crush, kill, and destroy. And no, I have no plans for that game. Yeah, it's really about as basic as you get. It's checkpoints, and yeah, after a couple of those, it's time to start blowing things to pieces. At this point, you really should have enough firepower that you can do these no problem. Almost no matter where you started. But more importantly, you want to be quick. I really think at this point in the game, you don't want to be milking situations for extra kills. Unless you're really crazy about the high score. Although sometimes you've got to turn because of the way the towers are, because they're literally plain on the top, and thus a little hard to distinguish against the circuit board planet surface. Alright, this tunnel. I kind of dread this tunnel, and not because of what's in it, but for one reason and one reason alone. Which you're about to see here. See this wall? I can't seem to get past that wall without, like, full speed or afterburners or whatever. You can, as far as I knew, you could actually get caught on that wall and stuck. Even if briefly. A few more targets later. That'll eventually get to. And mission complete already. So yeah. I hate to break it to you, but Proxima 7 is, well, it's shorter than the Ceres asteroid we just did on as far as levels, but the second level of it, the final level in the game proper, is a bit more of a ride by comparison. See, I don't even need the radar for this part, the wide radar for this part anymore. Because it is literally a, well, not straight shot, but they give you so many checkpoints, it might as well be. Ladies and gentlemen, a trench run. A trench run that I decide, stupidly, because I've been playing for 2 hours by this point, to try to actually milk for kills. And it started to go well. But now it's getting to the point where things are just hitting too hard for me to keep this up. From all directions. Yeah, there's no point in me doing that anymore. As I say is, I get right back to it. It's not like the plasma cannon ammo is going to get used anywhere else, I guess. In reality, I probably could just go right to the tunnel and be done with it. But I owe it to people to at least show this whole thing. Now, watch here. When you get up to this tunnel, there's the obvious shield restore right before. But you notice you can't tell where the entrance is. I foul up the first time trying to get into the floppy drive slot. Wow, I didn't even realize that was a floppy drive slot until now. And let's move ourselves to the folder inside this drive. I really kind of do feel like I'm going into a computer proper. Or inner space. Another game I don't plan to do. Unfortunately, the tunnels are just a little too curvy for me to feel safe after burning. Especially on the way in, when that shield restore outside is literally all you get. At least you get a laser for what's coming up. Alright. We've got to be getting closer to the central processing unit of this planet. My advice for this part, don't blink. Because after 2 hours, I got real tired of all this. And decided to teach this thing a lesson in the fastest way possible. Save a smart bomb and load this thing full of torpedoes. I know you're thinking, what? That's a big anticlimax. Never fear. We can do this the right way. So, there's shield generators. There's 8 shield generators as opposed to the usual 4 in this fight. You're not going to see one of them because an errant missile got one. And that's why I suddenly shut up. This is the one boss with voice clips. Yes, I had to redo this fight just to show you that aspect. And I'm going to handle this a little more methodical. Because I want to see if I could show off some visual of this boss properly. Doesn't mean I can't use torpedoes. Yeah, I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. Psychic pulses? Or harmful virus data? Or I don't know what those little things he's shooting are. Not like it matters. I'm practically just toying with him at this point. I was hoping, I think, to get one more face visual. Which I might not be able to get to under fire. Yep. Enough of that. It is time for us to get out of here. Alright. That, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, is effectively the end of terminal velocity. One long tunnel that I realized later that you could boost through. I just decided to keep the original take because to make it look like I'm still trying to be careful. But yeah, on the lower difficulties you could just totally burst through this whole thing. And this is the tunnel that would warrant it, yes. Now exiting inner space. Yeah, that still counts as walls. So we've dealt with Proxima 7. We are about to go home for a well-deserved break. And they're still shooting at us. Not like it matters anymore. No score screen for that one, interestingly enough. And Proxima 7 goes bye-bye. What? A secret? Dun dun dun. We are gonna have to get that later. For now, this is Frosty signing out. I should have exactly one more thing to do with terminal velocity, and we just saw what it was.